Really?
Oh, Danny, heard any news lately?
No, not a lot.
No, nothing.
Nothing. No, nothing happened last night on the day
No.
that we are recording this. Not the
You want to
day
know?
that people are probably be able to
I
see.
had no idea any of this stuff was going on. I had zero clue. Like this whole big thing, and they're saying, aren't people saying like it's like D23, like rivals like the San Diego Comic Con in some aspects for stuff now. I had no idea it was happening. I'm glad that I did a rare trip over to one of the social media things or whatever, and then I saw like all this stuff was happening, and I said, "By God, what is all of
Yeah, but
this?"
that you saw it today, right? Because they started releasing like very late last night.
Well, I think I saw the big news last night because I was watching a Canadian Football League matchup between a certain Winnipeg Blue Bombers and a bunch of other bums, and that Winnipeg won, which is the biggest deal. Now, yeah. So after the game was done, that's when I saw things start popping up, and I saw the big news. I didn't see the trailer or anything else until afterwards, and of course, we're talking about the live action Tangled that's going to
Oh
be
my
going
god!
on.
No, we're not talking about that.
Tangled is coming to real life, and it's about time.
No, we're not talking about that.
Why do they do this? What's even okay? I don't follow this stuff. I don't follow the money usually. We're going to talk about money a little
Yeah.
later on in the program. Um, did like the Lion King remake make money? Is that it? So they figure, oh, all these other guys are going to make money, or was it Beauty and the Beast that made money? So they're like, because I know like they did what is it, Snow White, and that did not do well.
Yeah, but that
Jungle
had a lot
Book,
of
I think
problems.
Favreau did Jungle Book.
Favreau did Jungle Book way back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, this is how Disney, for its more family friendly fare, has run out of just ideas to do. Of course, they never try and make the best cartoon movie they ever did.
Just for you to know, yes, Lion King crossed a billion back in
What?
the day. Yeah.
What did?
The Lion King like remake.
Oh, the remake.
Action.
Oh my God! It made $1 billion. Okay, now I get it.
No,
Yeah,
made a billion, more than 1.5 billion.
I want to know the truth from you. Do you think that a Rescuers live action movie would make $1 billion?
No.
That was my favorite one when I was a kid. Well, I think it came out right when I was a kid, or like the remake came out like right when I was in that era. But yeah, it's gonna be hard to do without Bob Newhart and Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Look.
Yep.
Let's stop talking about bullshit. Jesus fucking Christ. Now
Okay.
that I want this episode to be a little bit shorter than
We're
the
gonna
other
trim
one,
it.
and then,
We're
and then
gonna-
you start talking about random ass
The
shit.
Rescuers?
Jesus.
Dare you? The Rescuers?
No one fucking cares.
I was trying to think.
Anyway,
I thought that the
to
Rescuers
respond to your thing like the Disney ran out of original ideas, like
the ideas.
not just the Disney, right? Like Hollywood. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I usually nerd people like when they say here's the thing, they show a picture of the thing.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
Is that what we're doing? Yeah.
No. I'm not gonna add it just to put
Good.
Eben, what is the name of the guy again? The plays the thing now. Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
that's his first name.
He played Micro on.
Yeah, in
the Punisher.
Punisher.
He's also in the Bear.
Yeah, the Bear. So the other one.
Yeah,
I think he's more
Star
famous
just
for the Bear.
finished she just finished.
Did she like it?
Oh, yeah, it's a lot.
I have a hard time watching it. I know that everyone says how good it is, but I just worked in a restaurant for a long time. And a small restaurant like that, I'd never say yes, chef, to anybody. Are you kidding me? And how many people did he have in this
Anyway,
bowling alley or whatever? Too many.
Anyway,
Ridiculous. Especially
uh,
how you gonna
look,
make money?
it is a problem with Hollywood in general because movies, these types of movies, cost a lot of money by
Yep.
themselves, plus marketing that also costs a lot. And everybody that deals with a lot of money, they want to have guarantees that they're gonna get that money back. That's
Sure.
very simple, very logical.
So investors think they should get money back on their
They
investment?
that was
Animals.
I don't like the usage of the term investment for movies and stuff.
Donation.
I think it is like a common sense bullshit that people use that particular word because investment is like a goddamn bridge, a road. That's an investment. Yes,
If
you
if it's
spend a
made
lot of
by
money,
if it's made
but
for the public, if it's made like by the government for the public, then yes. Or unless you're a guy in Detroit that would, I don't even want to get into that. But anyways,
movies are not like that's a problem actually. Like you trading movies as an investment is no movies at the end of the day, even though very commercial and shit,
yeah,
they're still pieces of art. These still are artworks. Yes, it is commercial art, but it still is art nonetheless. And there are no guarantees. And that's one of the things like there are no guarantees in the entertainment industry. Like, oh, this movie is guaranteed to make a success. This video game is guaranteed to make a success. This album is guaranteed to make success. There are no guarantees, and no matter how much money you spend.
right.
But because a lot of money is involved, and obviously all these companies are public trade, so they have stock where people can buy and blah blah blah. The whole logic is to try to get as much money as possible.
Mhm.
Capitalism 101.
Yeah, capitalism.
Uh,
Famous Austin Powers line.
yes. Actually, that was a good catch.
I am the best.
And so it makes sense that established IPs that made success in the past are, go-tos, talking about Disney specific, I never really cared about this like live action remaking of old Disney movies.
They're not even remaking old ones. They just did Moana or something like that.
Yeah, it's also kind of weird.
It's like they have a very limited brain power left at Disney.
Even though like every year original piece, like original script, original movie that is not tied to any pre-established thing does make a success. Like what last year was what Sinners, completely original.
Is Sinners how I liked Sinners, but how original was it? It was basically from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes, but it's
wearing Blade's clothes.
But in this case, you talk about original. Like it's not a part of franchise. It's not Star Wars. It's not Marvel. It's not DC.
They're doing that with the horror
it's
now.
not Aliens, Predator, Terminator.
What else?
More franchise.
Well, I was saying
not Pokemon. Even though they haven't made a.
How about we're talking about franchises? Evil Dead. They started remaking those, but they're making money.
Mad Max. I mean, you name it. Everything that has like
that's
at least
true.
two or three movies you can basically call a franchise at this point.
Sure.
But look, I saw the Ahsoka trailer. I saw the second.
I haven't seen it. I have not seen Ahsoka. I didn't even know about it because again, I was saying I didn't even know about this stuff, and I was thinking in my head, shouldn't we get more Star Wars stuff? But I may have
Well,
been a
they
little
did
blinded.
announce that Starfighter, the new movie, is gonna come up next
Yes.
year in May.
Yeah, great. A year before something else that was announced. Well, first, let's go into we're talking about comics. I think one thing I wanted to say is when Disney's been busy going after their old cartoons, even their new cartoons, and turning them into live action. When are they going to do the exact opposite? It's like, when are they going to do a cartoon version of the Apple Dumpling Gang?
I don't fucking know. I
Danny?
don't think they're gonna do it.
They could have a cartoon Don Knotts, Tim Conway. That's comedy gold right there. And make it a cartoon? Are you kidding me? It's going to be fantastic stuff. Okay, let's go into some Marvel stuff because that's the actual stuff I saw.
Yeah.
Talk about Vision Quest first. Seen the trailer now.
I think of all the trailers, so like I was trying to say, I saw Ahsoka trailer, saw the Cyber Doomsday trailer, and I saw the Vision Quest trailer.
Saw Doomsday, yeah.
And I saw the announcement for that Starfighter is coming May next year.
Right.
Which tracks Sean Levy. Like a lot of people say, Sean Levy doesn't have a style or a vision or anything. Like that's
not a style.
Yeah, like he's not like an auteur.
No.
I never watched a lot.
But
of
you're not gonna go see a Sean Levy movie and think about the dark heart behind all of this and stuff like that. It's gonna be.
I remember when I was a kid, I watched that. I think it was his first movie or second movie, like the one with Ashton Kutcher.
Is it Dude, Where's My Car?
No. The one that I think it's a honeymoon or something like that. They go to a honeymoon.
Oh, sure. I think I know the one you're talking about.
I watched that as a kid.
Yeah, I was of an age where I would knew better than to ever watch it.
But yeah,
should have been. You should have.
Rumor has it that one of the reasons why Disney likes Sean Levy a lot is that number one, he finished things in time or quicker.
Sure.
And he's famously under budget. So they reserve, I don't know, 300.
So he's a good employee.
He expands 320.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I think one of the reasons why Disney likes
which one? So he's done
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man,
right? No. The only Marvel movie that Sean Levy did.
Oh, that was it? Just Deadpool and Wolverine?
Deadpool and Wolverine, and he directed a lot of Stranger Things episodes.
That's what I'm also thinking of. Okay.
A lot of them are actually if you go look at it, a lot of those episodes are one of the best ones. So I don't think he's necessarily a bad director, but he's not also regarded as a dude with style and vision.
You have to be able to put the scenes that they've already done into your movie. So he's got to be a good editor. It's got to be
at the same time. Speaking of Marvel, Star Wars is a little bit different. Star Wars, I do think you need more of an artistic vision. Marvel, though, let's be real, there's never truly.
Are you saying that Marvel movies are Chef Boyardee filmmaking?
Yes.
Open the can, pour it out movie?
Yeah. I think one of the reasons why the Russo brothers are very successful is because they're exactly right.
How dare you, sir? How unbelievably dare you? They're successful because they did some fine damn work on Community. One of the funniest shows of all time.
Not having
not to mention Arrested Development.
Not having a clear artistic vision doesn't necessarily mean they're bad at directing.
Yeah. They're good at cashing checks.
But once again, that's not a problem for me either. When I go watch a Marvel movie or like I said, Star Wars is a little bit different. But when I'm gonna watch a Marvel movie, I'm not really expecting some kind of artistic flavor that is.
So when you see it, you appreciate it. Is that the whole thing?
I mean, to be fair with the Russo brothers, I do think that the style that they did Winter Soldier was.
That's always going to be Winter Soldiers. People, it's going to be like they've done the biggest movie of all time, most successful movie of all time.
Like,
but
once
they're always
again, not
Winter
having
Soldiers,
an artistic
they did
vision
great.
doesn't necessarily mean it's good. Like, people glaze at Christopher Nolan, and I think he's a severely overrated.
You do.
Nolan, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he's the Stanley Kubrick of our time, like some people try to put it.
Oh yeah.
Even though he
Yeah,
has
I
made
don't. Yeah,
incredible movies too.
he's made
I
movies that
really
I've.
like
Yeah, again,
Oppenheimer.
movies that I've liked. I wouldn't say they're my favorite movies,
But my problem with Nolan is
but
like,
for me, for a guy like me, my favorite movie was made by Michael Jai White. So what are you gonna do about that? There's not much you can do.
but once again, you can have like an artistic vision and the movie flop, or your career doesn't go well. Like Zack Snyder technically has an artistic vision, and I think it sucks. You know, even though like I don't think that people
Now I
be
didn't
too
mind.
hard on
I
Man
didn't-
of Steel and the rest of the time.
I don't know if you're. I don't know. I was. Yeah. I'll give them a break on Watchmen because there's. They tried to make a movie that's a story that's way too big into 2 hours.
I think
And he did
if
okay
you're really
with it.
gonna do a Watchmen movie, I don't think you're gonna get something that much different than what he did.
You just need a couple
Maybe
other
just
parts.
Be faithful
need a couple
to,
other
to
parts.
the actual ending. Like obviously, Watchmen was made to be like one season, 12 an episode series, like literally just like the comic.
Yep, sure.
Anyway, I like the Doomsday trailer. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard the description of it because I think they showed that in Comic-Con last month.
Okay.
The reveal of this, I mean, it was very Doctor Doom focused, which I think is good.
Yep. Good.
And I think kind of revealed that he comes from the Fantastic Four universe, which was not clear until last night.
Yeah, which is strange that they would even have to do that, but yes. Okay.
I mean, it wasn't clear, like the whole like,
and it's
Robert
maybe
Downey
it's like
Jr.
this Doctor Doom. They could say too, because I think the Doctor Doom they're setting up now is nothing near the Doctor Doom that I grew up with.
Like, I think the Doctor Doom Hard Eye fans are going to, mourn. I think the mourning.
I don't know mourn. I don't know mourn.
Like Robert Downey Jr. playing it was revealed like years ago by now. Like,
yeah, that's fine.
Move on.
Yeah. Who cares about Robert Downey?
He
wears a mask the entire time.
You're not gonna get Doctor Doom in a very long time after this movie and Secret Wars.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna get Doctor Doom played by Keanu Murphy.
Oh yeah, if it's going into like the mutant saga and stuff like that, right? No, there's no need for Doctor Doom.
Marvel, I think it's very clear that they realized their losses over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like people blame the multiverse as a back concept, even though like most of the good stuff that they did actually had to do with the multiverse.
Should have worked.
The other stuff.
Made one mistake. They made one
after canceling Wonder Man.
We didn't even talk about that.
And apparently Daredevil was done after this third season.
Fine.
Which is kind of scary. Like it seems like
a lot of their TV, a lot of their TV is gonna go. Like
the focus is going to be the mutants. And
good.
Look, if Spider-Man is here to say anything. It does work. I don't
There's
blame
gonna
them.
be, yeah, there's gonna be tweaks. There's gonna be some tweaks to it. We'll get to that in one second. But talking about,
but Vision Quest, yeah.
yeah, talking about Marvel TV. If this is gonna be the last one for a while, I'm glad it's Vision Quest.
No, we still have Daredevil season 3.
Well, sorry, Daredevil, the last Daredevil. But I'm glad Vision Quest is coming because I liked WandaVision. I absolutely loved Agatha all along. So I'm interested in this. I think it's going to be fun. I just hope it's not character study the entire time, considering it's 2 robot AIs thinking out loud.
I think of all the trailers, the one that I like was Vision Quest the most.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Marvel wants to do a good trailer, they know how to do a good trailer. I think that was a great one.
Yeah.
It's good to have Ultron back. It's good to have
Ultron back.
Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. I just had it.
Who? Vision?
No, that plays Ultron. God damn it.
James Spader?
James Spader. Jesus. Man, tell me.
James Spader with a beard worries me. It worries me quite a bit. Even though I can see this friggin' hair all the time, and you know,
James Spader. Talk about an underutilized actor in that goddamn franchise. Yep. That character, even like Age of Ultron, is obviously the worst.
Considering how huge a character Ultron is in the Avengers universe, just to have him in the one thing,
it's happened. Yeah. If you look back, like it feels weird that Civil War, which technically is a Captain America movie, feels more impactful and more meaningful and more important to the MCU as a whole than goddamn Age of Ultron.
Yep.
Even though, yes, the Age of Ultron has dark consequence from that movie, but I mean, we know who the hell directed that movie, so it's also very surprising.
This is
talking about a guy that blew up his fucking life.
Well, he didn't blow up. It was a downhill thing or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you give the nerd from high school a lot of yeah, it's not great.
Just he stopped getting away with it. But that being said, like I think the biggest problem with Age of Ultron, and that's kind of the same problem with Civil War, even though over time I learned to appreciate Civil War a little bit more. I didn't like when I saw the first time.
The only thing I can say about Civil War is they took a huge story and again they made it 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I think it was a waste of a storyline. I wouldn't be surprised if they revisited that decision.
Sure.
But both Age of Ultron and Civil War needed to have a little bit of a more serious or darker tone. Like, yes. People will forget that, like, Civil War, is this movie where Captain America and Iron Man become enemies. Like, literally, that movie ends with Captain America giving an old phone to Tony and saying, hey, if you need me, just call me.
Yeah.
It's not there. Like, it loses gravitas. And I think the problem is
it was a Disney ending to what?
Very Disney ending.
Yeah.
Well, like, thank God we ended up with Infinity War and they actually had a more serious, more gravitas. But yeah, the damage was done. So yeah, I'm glad.
To be fair, you know, if they don't have that Disney ending, you're gonna have to kill Captain America. You're gonna have to have an assassin shoot back.
No, necessarily.
That's where the story is going.
I think the fun thing about Civil War, at least as a concept, is to make them both right and both wrong.
That's what it's. Yeah, for sure.
And the problem with Civil War is that they want to push Tony to be the villain of the story, but obviously they don't go that far. but they also kind of fail to show the faults and the flaws of Captain America, even in the context of that movie. Like not telling Tony the truth about his parents. He's very fucking shitty.
There isn't the balance. There isn't the balance between the two for sure.
Then there, yeah, and then like you use Zemo, and then you completely reinvent the character instead of just being like a hider leader. And that I actually like. I like the idea that Zemo technically is the only villain so far that won for a long extended period of time. Because Thanos won, but everything that he did was undone 5 years later.
Yes.
Zemo technically, the Avengers as we used to know, yeah, they kind of reunite briefly by the end of Endgame, but it's never going to be that same thing ever again. After what Zemo did, once again another underutilized actor and character because
I was going to say,
now,
and we all know your favorite part of Baron Zemo's his terrific dance moves.
Yeah, that was funny.
Are you sad that they never gave him a comic accurate costume?
Not really.
Well,
I mean, Hydra is Hydra is a very fun like antagonist, but
yes,
they kind of burned with the 2 Captain America movies it wouldn't make sense to continue that after, especially after what happened to Zola, you know. Because basically a cameo more than anything else. Anyway.
Yep.
I'm very excited for Vision Quest. I'm excited it's coming up very soon.
Yes. Yep.
I think people said, I don't know, it's gonna come up in like February 2027 or something. And then people are like even speculating, maybe it's between the 2 Avengers movies. But no, it's gonna come up in 2 months.
Yeah. As we mourn Wonder Man, which is so stupid.
Yeah, that was a stupid decision. Even
how much does a Wonder Man television series cost? It costs nothing. In the grand scheme, it costs nothing. It was wonderful.
Look, I just hope
you didn't even get it. You didn't even get my whole wonderful little bit.
I just hope they continue somehow the storyline with the other things.
Yep.
Whether it wasn't their best shows, like what a silence.
You know, I think just the whole thing with Vision Quest and Wonder Man going at the same time and stuff like that. It's I don't know how poetic it is, considering Vision is supposed to be mostly Wonder Man stuff. But what are you gonna do? They never did that in the movies, so it doesn't count, I guess. But
do you think with this movie they're gonna try to undo Ultron's death so they can
use the TV show
Ultron in the future again?
No, I don't. I think it's all in just Vision's AI or whatever in his programming. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna make a Ultron come back. I think this is all gonna be in his head.
Do you think we see Wanda by the end of the series?
That's the tougher thing, though, isn't it? Yeah, it'll be tough to have
rumor has it
Liz Olsen over there.
She is in Doomsday, and she's one of like
the witches.
The witches, yeah, that's the
yeah. Yep, could be. So yeah, do they drop her in Vision Quest just before Doomsday and stuff like that? I don't know. We'll see. All right.
At least for Vision Quest that they by the end of the series, and
you can't have it without her. Like
at least
she's gonna be a presence in the whole thing.
Well, the trailer is setting up that he's going to reunite with Tony, right? The other kid. But it would be interesting if this series ends with him reuniting with Weekend.
Yes. Well, yeah, like, and have Agatha, maybe the ghost of Agatha at the end.
Of Agatha. That would be
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that would be great. You have to bring the three together. They're all the same story. It's what, yeah, even just in tone, just by watching the trailer, it's like that tone. It's like, yeah, this is familiar. This is familiar. I think they're doing it right. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to Vision.
And look, as
Yeah.
someone that was not the biggest fan of WandaVision,
No,
and
I
I'm
know
still
that.
not. And
I
I'm
know
still
that.
not even the biggest fan of Agatha,
Raw.
but I never really put a lot of faith in that show.
Yep.
I kind of like the twists that they had.
Sure.
Kind of funny. Everything was an illusion, literally.
And then Agatha. I just loved it. I loved every minute of it.
I mean, as a character and the actress.
Yep. Yep. Terrific
Anyway,
stuff. Okay.
Take
We
a break
beat her-
and talk about Spider-Man.
We never even talked about the most famous stuff.
Well, what's the most famous stuff you're gonna talk about?
We had a bunch of people introduced as your new class, your 2020 class of the X-Men, Daniel.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I was reading the bloody comic to start the damn thing off.
Yeah,
What
but then
about
you
the
wanted to
myth?
fucking start talking about the goddamn
rescuers.
yeah,
Like how,
yeah.
like justice for the rescuers. No, X-Men. Okay.
All right.
Which is going to lead into what we're going to talk about in a minute. But I'll just go through because they're just introducing the people playing it. I don't know. I don't think any of them, except, of course, in the Navarrete. They said she's going to be playing Rogue. All right. Like, okay. We'll see. There's a guy named Christopher Abbott that's going to be Professor X.
Oh.
Okay. I'm not sure who he is. Kit Connor is going to be Cyclops. I don't know that kid.
Yeah, so Sadie Sink has
Yeah, well, we don't. Yeah, we'll talk about her when she gets a lot more talking.
Kit Connor as
Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Yeah, he has the one thing I'll say. That kid has the jaw. He has the jaw for it. It's like, yep, that kid looks like Scott Summers.
Never it is
100%.
Yeah, goddamn obsession.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we were just talking about her last time. Yeah, we got an absolute who is like nobody knows who she is. I guess some theater actress, and people were complaining about her first picture. She shows up on that stage. It's like, sure, that's Storm. Great, that's Aurora Monroe.
Weaving.
Yes. Now and then she's like the one known besides like Sadie Sink or whatever. She's like the biggest known one. One thing I have to say about, and of course, well, we didn't talk about Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, Mr. Sinister. We always
they do this.
Years speculated that he was going to be the villain,
and I'm so excited. So he does this whole, Adam Driver-ish little skit thing. He says he's gonna be Magneto, and then he changes. No. He's gonna be Nathaniel Milbury. When he says that, and I've seen like the people like with their stupid camera phones or whatever online. When he says that, nobody says anything. You hear what I heard on this one thing, some girl just say, "What?" It's like they don't know anything about Nathaniel Milbury. Is the clone maybe is Nathaniel Essex. He's Mr. Sinister, the biggest villain they've never had. And considering what they did with Apocalypse, how dare they, by the way? And you can't have Apocalypse, I don't think, without a Sinister. You can't have Cable. You can't. There's so much. Why are they putting him in this right now with all these things? All I have to say, so many telepaths. What they're doing with the X-Men right now, it's just like, oh, everyone's a telepath, basically.
Yeah,
you got you got Professor X, maybe, of course, probably supposed to be the biggest one. Jean Grey, maybe she's more so considering what's going to happen later. You got Emma Frost, of course, a huge telepath that could turn
No
herself into diamond.
Magneto announcement, which I
No.
like. I like
Yes, you
this.
don't need to have like. Okay, now one thing, Sinister has been around for a long, long time. Uh, now is he immortal? He is. He has. He can't age, and he can't get disease. He's
Yes.
immune to that. But can he die? We'll see. Now he was around in the 1940s, working for a particular bunch of pieces of shit. Uh, that tried to went over and tried to take over Europe. So there's always that. There's always the thing between him
Look,
and a little kid.
look.
But how are they going to do Magneto if they want to do Professor X
The accurate story.
as a 35-year-old? You know what I mean? 38.
Look, for me that was always a non problem. I think because I think I remember in one of the cartoons, I think it was X-Men Evolution, they just put in a machine and de-age him in the cartoon.
Yeah, there's de-aging and then there's making him actually fit. There's making him fit
No,
the
I'm
timeline.
talking like literally de-aging the care, like literally reversing age.
Yep.
Not talking
That's
about like de-aging the act.
but how do you make him friends with Charles? There's a whole thing, and then we haven't even like at some point they got to do Krakoa. There's so much.
Maybe they don't. They don't do the whole historical background. Who knows?
And how dare they?
Things are.
I don't
I
understand.
mean, we kind of would understand why right now this became once again more controversial.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Regardless, I do think he should save Magneto to later.
Yep.
He's gonna show up. It's gonna be important. I do believe that Magneto and Xavier friend enemy ship is the core of the
I think
but you do what you did. Look, once again, risk averse.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, the first trilogy worked without using the the most famous villains. The first one was the Vulture, which historically,
I'm pretty sure they had a pretty famous villain.
but it was not the most
Spider-Man.
popular. It was
Green Goblin.
I'm talking about the first two movies
of Marvel,
attention.
of the Marvel universe,
Of
not the
them,
first Spider-Man. Yeah.
Homecoming is a Vulture. Okay, he's a long time villain, not the most popular. Just bald dude.
No, in these, they made him a lot bigger than he is.
Mysterio was way more popular, but it's still like it's not at the level of Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Venom.
Mysterio was a stuntman in the comics and stuff like that.
And then the third movie, they decided to, instead of introducing newer versions of those characters, just bring the OGs back. Which I know a lot of people hate this, that they wanted to see the MCU version of Norman Osborn and all that shit. I still think we're gonna see it after Secret Wars. But for that time, I do think it was a good decision to bring the OGs back.
Do you think after they're done Secret Wars, they're gonna go on to the X-Men and stuff like that? Do you think they'll be able to do okay, we're gonna separate shit. X-Men's in this universe, Spider-Man in this universe, just keep it separate. I can see your face.
Oh shit. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay. Yeah. I froze. I think I froze this time.
Yes. For once. I did it. I did it. I did it. Woo-hoo!
Anyway, saving the OGs, I think, was a smart decision. I think they should do the same. Like, not having Magneto right now, I think, is a good decision. Not like, who cares about Apocalypse right now? Like,
nope, don't need him. It's gonna happen if you're gonna bring out Sinister. It's gonna happen.
And the Phoenix thing, I want to save it for the Spider-Man.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes. We can for sure we can talk. We'll talk Jean Grey, 100%. Let's talk Spider-Man. Like, yeah, I just like honestly, I just talk about the X-Men stuff
Are
for
you
the
so
next couple
you're
hours. But
you're very excited about
well, I'm.
the new X-Men?
Did you wait a minute? Did you say I'm excited?
Excited? Yes.
Yes, of course. Now the only thing they have to do is film part of the X-Men movie in my front yard. Then everything comes
No,
full circle.
they're not gonna do it.
Full circle, Danny.
Look, there was a lot of rumors by this point, so I think at some point you just fucking say it.
Mm-hmm.
And Marvel needs to show that there is a future after Secret Wars. That future is exciting. Look, even though we could say that we are seeing, I mean, we still need to see a lot of other movies to see if this prediction is actually correct this time.
Mm-hmm.
But the overall vibe is that like superhero interest is declining, which is normal as any trend has its ups and downs. And but there are a few characters that are able to over they're so culturally relevant that they are able to surpass this. And I think one of them is Batman. No matter the historical time, Batman's is going to be a success unless a very, very bad movie.
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man
just success, like just success, not the biggest thing in the world, just success. Like I think what the Batman showed is like it was a success. It wasn't the biggest movie in the world. I don't think anyone's going to say it's their favorite Batman movie, but it was good. It was good. Yeah.
No, I think it was very good, and I
Yeah,
wouldn't blame if it's some people's favorite.
Yeah, of course they'd all be wrong because Batman Begins is the best one.
To be honest, I did
the
think
first one.
that after what
Michael
happened
Keaton
with Supergirl, which I didn't watch, but I know.
Did you not see it?
flopped.
Yeah.
But I saw that flopped, and
Yeah.
if I'm James Gunn, like motherfucker, just combine. Because we don't know, like maybe the second Superman is gonna be a success. We want. Like and X-Men, so for me, Batman, Spider-Man, and X-Men, and even though X-Men is not a character, it's a group of characters, are able
X-Man, and he is the Summers, by the way,
are able to overcome the historical time. I don't think Superman has this power anymore. He used to. Like a bit before the 80s, Superman was like the biggest thing in the world. It was bigger than life. After the 80s, Superman.
I would say certainly in the 50s, Superman was the biggest.
Batman
Batman was popular.
Batman took over the spot. Like Superman is very popular, but not as much as used to. Like it's not like the level that Batman is. That's
yeah, I'm just going back to like that George Reeves TV show when there was only like 3 channels in the US. It's like Superman was big. And there was there was the comic strip. Like I know that you probably don't remember like comic strips of things and stuff like that, but there was a Superman comic strip every day in the papers. Spider-Man had a comic strip. It was never great, by the way. It was usually about him working at the Daily Bugle, his life at home.
And X-Men. Let's take a break and talk about this goddamn movie.
There's a connection. Is that what you're saying between the two?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well,
if you watch the movie, you know there is.
We'll be back after this important message. We're back. Going to talk about what we were supposed to talk about all along, it seems. We're going to talk a little.
So you like it or not the goddamn movie?
Really. Of course, I liked it. Good. This is a bananas question to ask. 100%. Yes, I liked it.
Did you love it?
I don't know about love it. I don't know if I really loved it. I don't think I had to love it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty. No, I was just pretty happy with all of it. It's just I think there are better Marvel Spider-Man stories. I'm like I'd much prefer No Way Home to this one. To be fair, but it has Jean Grey in it. What do you want from me? I like it every time. And I knew because we've always heard. So I had that ruined for me. It didn't make me excited every time I see her, even though I'm thinking like
At the same
Jean
time,
Grey would never do
though,
this.
at
Jean
the
Grey would
same
never do this.
at
But
the same,
whatever.
I know I would push back this a little bit.
Yeah.
We had a episode not that long ago that we discussed if this movie was going to be good, it's going to be a success. And I think the
Yeah.
skepticism around it was granted. Like, even though, yes, this movie made a lot of money, it was a huge success.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone said it was going to be just fine.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is the first time we have a fourth Spider-Man movie. Like,
Yeah.
Tom Holland was able to break the curse.
Yeah.
Toby never got his
Fourth
movie.
just Spider-Man movie too.
Just
It's like
Spider-Man.
he's shown up in other things.
Which is, insane to think that Tom Holland's been Spider-Man way more than Toby ever was. Even though we have this kind of shared memory that Toby was Spider-Man for longest time, it wasn't. Tom Holland's been Spider-Man for more than 10 years now, if you count when he started filming.
Yep.
And 10 years ever
the
since he appeared.
aforementioned Civil War.
Yeah. Andrew Garfield, poor guy, never got even his third movie.
Just bad stories. Just bad stories. Like
those movies
it has. There's
really-
promise to it. You just
He was. I think the consistency. He was great as Peter Parker and
yeah.
Spider-Man.
The only thing I didn't like really is Peter Parker. He just seemed popular. Like that's not who Peter Parker is. Like he's just I don't know. He's just a bit of like Peter Parker's supposed to be the guy that was reading the comic book. He's supposed to be a bit of
The MCU was very smart to try to do the opposite things that Sam Raimi did, but in the right way. Like, for instance, Sam Raimi wasn't interested in having a high school Peter Parker. And let's be real, like, I was talking about this with a coworker of mine yesterday that Toby, Franco, Dust, they didn't even look like kids in that first movie. Jesus Christ, they look like around 30-year-olds.
Sure.
And the MCU, on the other hand, they have basically an entire trilogy of Peter being a high schooler, looking like a high schooler.
At least he looks like it. Yeah.
Tom Holland looks very young.
Yeah, yes.
Even though he's not that young.
That's stunted.
He hasn't been that young for 10 years.
Yeah, he's been.
Coming back to what I said earlier, having other villains and saving the most popular ones for later was a smart move. So I think the skepticism was granted. Like, the trailers were interesting. I do think they relied too much on the Jean Grey mystery.
Yes.
I would rather than not trying to make this a mystery, because it was a really, if you have access to the internet, you kind of know.
Yeah. There's already an MJ in the Spider-Man Marvel universe. You put a redhead in there, you're gonna have to ask a couple of questions about it for sure.
Even though that's kind of dumb to, like, Sandy Singh can change her hair color.
Yeah.
That being said,
they didn't do it though.
They didn't do it. That being said, though, I really like this movie. It's gonna take some time before, like, rankings all that bullshit. But
Yeah.
what I appreciate about this movie is that it did two things that I think was very, very smart. The first thing, it tried to be as much different as possible from anything that we got before. It
Sure.
really did.
Yep.
It tried to be serious, but not going to like that edge darkness that they tried to do in Spider-Man 3 or even on the second, the Andrew Garfield movie.
Yep.
But I think this movie, more than the other ones, had a incredible balance between Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and actually showing the separation of both.
Like
Even
the conflict and the
the
full
conflict,
part
but
of it.
especially the screen time. How
Yeah.
Tom Holland, especially how
Yeah.
many times we had to have a unmasked Spider-Man to show that, hey, this is actually Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland,
Or a
or
view inside the
instead
mask and all those kind of things.
instead of
What's going on? Sure.
insert random stunt guy here.
Hmm.
Iron Man, I think, is the most
The
culprit of that.
Mandalorian of it all. Sure.
How many times
Iron
we
Man.
have seen like Iron Man with unmasked just to show that, yeah, it is Robert Downey Jr. Which,
Yeah.
once again, Mandalorian situation, I think it was a great example that, if I'm not mistaken, even the stunt guy now is fully credited alongside Pedro Pascal as,
Both of them were.
yeah, which I think was smart. Like
Yeah.
a little bit of David Prowse recognition. Like David
Yes,
Prowse did a lot
for
of
sure.
good physical acting. Anyway,
Yeah. David Prowse thought his voice was going to be in the movie.
I like trying to be more
Ridiculous.
serious. Like, it's not, we're not talking about a high schooler anymore. He's
Yeah,
being
this
Spider-Man.
was a certainly, I think you nailed it, a more serious Spider-Man movie, and them just trying to, and it's not like it's not a universal breaker and stuff like that. I think they really tried to do their best to take Spider-Man, who's done all these things, who's been in outer space now, has been, evaporated for 5 years and stuff like that. They did their best to make Spider-Man a more friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Not only that, like the Spider-Man has been Spider-Man for a long time, has been through so much. Makes
Mhm.
sense that the conflict, the main problem is not the stereotypical, it is the villain which is the cause of the problem. Like, if you
Yep.
think about it, in all the other Spider-Man movies, Tom Holland included, but I think the Toby ones, the ones that it's the trope, the archetype is very, very clear that it's always a father figure that
Mhm.
Peter has that end up doing something
Yeah.
unethical and go to the dark side, and then causes problem for both Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Like this, that happened with Green Goblin, that happened with Doc Ock.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what
And
was
that's the
thing in
exact
third
same
one.
thing happened with the
I don't,
Vulture.
'cause I
The
don't know.
Vulture was
I don't know
literally
Sandman. I don't know if Sandman works in that in the third one,
Sandman,
but
not as much.
nothing worked in the third
A
one.
lot of things didn't work on that movie. But
Yeah.
Vulture, same thing, kind of.
Yeah.
Literally
100%.
the dad
You want
of
100%.
Peter's.
Sure. Yeah.
No, she's not even his girlfriend, like,
Well, he wanted to date. He wanted to
Yeah.
date the living
Date.
hell out of her.
Mysterio, like a night, like a sort of a figure,
Big brother
big
figure.
brother,
Yeah.
And the movie doesn't try to do that. Is the focus is not necessarily the villain, because even though you do have a villain, like in Jean Grey was basically the villain for most of the movie.
It's just crazy.
We all know that she's also Jean Grey. She's not a villain.
Yeah. I still say, like, to have Jean Grey ever be a villain, and when she is a villain, she isn't Jean Grey. Let's be fair about that too.
But I think that was the most fun. Like, let's be real. At least when it comes to live action. So I'm not counting X-Men 97. Jean Grey only had two roles. She was either the love interest of two guys, Cyclops and Wolverine, and Wolverine, especially in the goddamn Fox movies,
Drives me nuts.
or she was the Dark Phoenix thing that they never got right. Live action, she was only those two things.
Okay, live action. Okay, yes,
Both
sure.
Hank Jensen and Sophia Turner.
Famke Jensen. Yeah.
She was never truly a character until this movie.
X-Men 2?
She was barely X-Men 2, and once again, she's the love interest of Wolverine, and then she dies and becomes the Phoenix by the end.
It was never the love interest of Wolverine. He just had a
Sure.
crush on her.
Yeah, and the movie focused too much on that.
Way
Cyclops
too much.
disappears
It's
on the
way
movie.
too much. Yes.
Cyclops disappears in the middle.
Mhm.
So this is the first time we actually have a Jean Grey that is not just the object of Cyclops or Wolverine,
Yes.
and then we have a Jean Grey that has nothing to do with the goddamn Phoenix. So for
Yes.
me, that was a huge.
Not even
win.
and not even the hint of it. I'll say this. Like with Jean Grey, when you'd have her in the X-Men before all these
You
when
always
you have
a
this
hand
X-Men,
there.
it's a big red burning bird like cloud over her that she will always be Phoenix. And then this one was nothing to do with it, which is great. It was great.
And finally have her as a character, so it made sense in the context of the movie, in the context of this portrayal, the character, that it's a very young, school age girl that just discovered her powers and her life has went to shit. Makes sense that that teenager would go bananas, even though she's doing stuff that is extreme, has a logic, and makes sense that, okay, if you're going to team up this version of the character with another character that is not an X-Men, that is not, Professor Xavier mentor figure,
that
or anything
is
like
the
that.
one thing that I had trouble moving on from. I'm okay with it that it was Spider-Man. I wasn't thrilled with it.
But
Like,
makes sense.
it's not like Spider-Man is a huge deal in the X-Men.
It's not, but made sense that Peter just overcome that phase.
Yep.
Of being in high school and powers and responsibility and changing who you are, blah blah blah. He's just overcome that.
Sure.
And yes, Aunt May in the movie, brings her back in flashbacks. It was a huge, she's basically the Uncle Ben archetype. Like, it's a huge influence why Spider-Man is Spider-Man. So it worked. For that movie, worked. And the movie establishes this very, very clear in the beginning. Like, we have this montage of Spider-Man going against all these villains. It wouldn't be a stereotypical.
They really wanted to get in some classic covers and stuff like that, and that first little bit, which was fun. For me, it was fun.
But it's the movie kind of tell like this is not like it's not Craven coming to New York and
also that they really made Scorpion a very small bit, which is something I was worried about. It's like, how do you make Scorpion a villain in a huge Spider-Man movie? No, it wasn't a waste. I wouldn't say it's a waste. I think they wanted to show that they could do Scorpion. They had introduced him before in the first Homecoming.
But the fun
they showed him like
Scorpion,
for when you're a kid and stuff like that, like I was, like watching those first Spider-Man cartoons, like to have Scorpion there is fun. It's fun. But Scorpion's a bank robber.
It's a very okay character, but the only fun thing about Scorpion is the fact that he becomes Scorpion because of J. Jonah Jameson, and Spider-Man having to save John Jonah Jameson. And John Jonah Jameson is not in this movie, even though we all know that fucking J.K. Simmons is in this universe.
And he was such a huge part of why Peter Parker had to make sure that no one can ever remember Peter Parker. and they don't even have him in the movie.
Yeah.
What's going on with this?
Yeah, that's the only part that was kind of disappointing because, like, who doesn't love J.K. Simmons as Jonah Jameson?
Yeah, the guy that bridges.
That being
He
said,
bridges. He bridges.
that being said, that for me is the only real quote problem. It's not really a problem with this movie.
No.
Like everything else, I think was very all done. Like we all were like, we're just gonna undo No Way Home. No, there were consequences for the spell. Like, no,
Yes.
Mary Janie does not
A
remember
fantastic
him.
swerve. A fantastic swerve.
Like I saw a lot of people crying and
Yes.
and
Well,
clapping.
I was just yeah. Even I was getting a little choked. I was like, and it's like, like yes, he's doing it, everything's right. Everything's coming true. It's like, wait a minute. This is everything coming true for Spider-Man, and it just starts to get in your head. It's like, this is Gene. This isn't MJ. This is Gene. It's like, and then of course it's like, yeah, he turns and stuff like that. It's like, the one thing I'll say is they really uses Gene's body or brain hopping thing. I think they go a little loosey goosey with the rules for it. I don't know how she found MJ that quick, considering they were just at Punisher's place and everything was fine and stuff like that. Like I yeah.
No, that's all before Punisher.
Or sorry, before Punisher, but yeah, they're escaping and stuff like that, and yeah, that she found Gene that fast. So yeah, whatever. Like it's supposed to be 33 feet.
I really
They established a rule. It's 33 feet.
I really like the whole everything dream of Peter coming true, and then it was all bullshit because like white people are clapping like this is too quick. If you're really gonna do that, that's too quick. And then like, okay, thank God.
Yeah.
And she kind of like give him the real, like, I don't know who you are. Like, I'm not this person anymore. Yeah, and like white people are clapping and crying that she's now remembering because of the kids. Like, really, that would be the most dumb thing they ever done. And
yeah, the Disney of it all. They even said the Disney princess of it all, right? So,
which is kind of weird if you think about it. Maybe this is technically Jean's first kiss because she's just like a kid, and now she kissed like a 20, almost 30 or
through somebody else. Yeah,
through somebody else. Yeah, don't think too much about.
Yeah, don't think so. And also, she's not supposed to be 20. She is not 20. There's no way. There's no way. Who goes to a school when they're 20 years old?
No, it's not. I like
15.
And I like the whole.
She's perpetually in Stranger Things. Anyways, go on.
Man Spider plot too. That is not fully Man Spider, but
yeah,
spiritually.
I liked it. I liked it very much. Like, you didn't need to grow the other two arms and stuff like that. Like, yes, it's like, this is good.
Yeah,
it goes back to those cartoons in the 90s where he had the whole Man Spider arc and stuff like that. And then, we didn't get a Morbius or anything like that, which is fine.
No,
we've gotten the Morbius. I still haven't seen it. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Craven.
You don't have to. For the things that this movie wanted to do, for the things that this movie set itself to do, I think it succeeded.
Yeah.
And we kind of went away from
also putting Damage Control as a much bigger villain. They're annoying. From annoying to villain is big, especially when it comes like if they're gonna start doing mutant stuff too.
Yeah, I think it's very clear that they're gonna evolve into being like the mutant, like control.
What's the thing called that the Hulk had? And then, like, we didn't even talk about the Hulk yet. The Hulk is in this movie, for God's sakes, and a big Hulk.
So this is also, I think, one of the things that this movie did very well compared to every other one.
Yeah.
one of the things that made people very excited about having Spider-Man in the MCU was the ability to see Spider-Man interacting with other characters that
Yes.
we never had with Toby and Andrew. But I think, and a lot of people criticize, and that's kind of true if you think about it. Like all these, all these solo Spider-Man movies of the MCU, they chose like a cameo character. So Homecoming, you had Tony Stark making a cameo.
Right.
In Far From Home, you had Nick Fury making the cameo, and No Way Home, you had Doctor Strange.
Yes.
This movie, it went into a different approach, and I appreciated the like. There is no like cameo. There is no like cameo character. It's just Spider-Man lives in New York. A lot of characters live in New York. A lot of movies have an ensemble cast. All movies have secondary characters. It just happened that these characters have their own movies or are part of different things.
Yep.
It's not like the cameo character. So yeah, it made sense that Spider-Man is gonna talk to Yelena. Spider-Man is gonna see Bruce Banner. Spider-Man is going to interact with the
stuff with you where-
Punisher.
Yes. Oh my God, the Punisher stuff. So we finally get Spider-Man and the Punisher at the same time. That they didn't go back through everything they've been through. Great. They kind of sum it up and a little bit in one of their talks and stuff like that. But so
Yeah, they made
one
a
thing
little
I
bit of a
found
mystery.
out, which I am shocked about, and I didn't understand why, but Tom Holland and John Bernthal are very good friends, like outside of like just outside of the movies. They were friends before either one of them got their jobs in the MCU, and like they helped each other get their audition tapes done.
And now they're together in this movie. They're together in the Odyssey. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
I would have no idea about that.
I always said that if you're gonna want this
And
version
also,
of the Punisher,
that Punisher, you know,
I'm
is fine. He's fine. That's not the Punisher though, to me, but yes, he's fine.
you're too nitpicky with the Punisher. Man.
Yes.
You're too nitpicky. All right, look. If you want to have that version of the Punisher with Spider-Man, I always said that you're gonna have to do
a kinder, gentler Punisher.
You're gonna have to tone down a little bit the Daredevil Punisher, and you're gonna have to do a more serious Son of Spider-Man. That's what they did. You're not gonna get an overly seriously and trying to be realistic Spider-Man because that's not Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man Dark Reign.
Yeah, no.
Remember that?
Yes. No. I don't want a serious. I never wanted a serious.
But you also cannot have
Spider-Man.
like that, like Daredevil's Punisher in that movie. So I think they did a good compromise. He still is a goddamn lunatic. Still continue to have his issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see Jean Grey, quote unquote, possessing him. Like, oh, this guy got issues, and have a little bit of fun. Because let's be real, like, as much as I love John Bertholt's version of the Punisher, the whole like, "Big Red, let me tell you something," and like crying all the time, like angry.
I was going to yes. Okay, I want you to please finish what you were going to say about John Bertholt's Punisher, because we're going to go into crying in a second.
Yeah, so you get a little bit tired of it. Like we've seen this a lot.
A little bit tired of it. Yep, I get it. Now, this is going off the back of One Last Kill for Punisher, where he cries a lot. I will say this: Punisher will cry in the comics. There'll be times when he'll be alone. He'll be haunted by stuff. He'll cry. He's I think it just shows that he's on that edge of breaking from humanity. The crying keeps him human. It doesn't always happen. What I will say about Spider-Man, especially Spider-Man in the MCU, is there a Spider-Man ever that he doesn't end up friggin' crying in it? He cries in every movie.
You mean the Punisher?
No, I mean Spider-Man. Too much crying.
Why do you have so much against crying, Snar? You don't cry?
Because it's just done so that the actor can show a dramatic, can show his dramatic
sometimes
range.
it is like
Spider-Man
that,
isn't
but
crying all the time.
I don't even.
Spider-Man isn't Spider Crybaby. You see that?
I mean, he does.
There's a
sorta
lot of
cry
time that he's
after he
just having
sees-
fun. He has fun being Spider-Man. And you never really get except for like those first ones. You never get to see him just having fun. There's always got to be the weight of something. Let him have fun.
No, I would.
Maybe Civil
this
War.
movie had to
Maybe
have
Civil War is the only time he doesn't
Civil War.
cry.
No.
He's in there
The
for
MCU
10 minutes.
for a lot of time. He's having fun. Like just having fun is not how we make drama.
That's Spider-Man.
Okay, but he having comfort doesn't mean he's not having fun being Spider-Man, because he is. He literally makes jokes all the time.
Yeah.
You have to be careful with
There
that
wasn't
part.
as many though. There wasn't as many Spider-Man
Look,
clips
you
in
also
this
have
one.
to be a little bit careful with this sort of criticism, because like we goddamn had for fucking Thor having fun being Thor in Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
See what that got.
To me, that's not Thor. The cracky, wisecracky Thor is not
He is
Thor.
having fun being Thor.
Yeah, he's having fun being Thor.
I
That's
think
not what
most
that's not what the comics
most
did.
most people would argue that most of the heroes in the MCU are having fun being heroes.
Yeah, they're just not
And
like
then maybe
Spider-Man.
people are
The
kind
guy
of
who has
saying
the guy who has the most fun ever. They're just trying to make him not have fun with it.
After 3 movies of him have basically
Four.
having fun.
4 movies now.
More than 7 technically.
Yeah, the most fun I would say is that one with Meg with the second one. No, was it not No Way Home? What's the second one? Far From Home, where he gets to be like Monkey Boy or whatever, and he's having fun with that stuff. Like that's fun for him. And then he, of course, gets blamed for killing the villain at the end, and everything goes upside down and stuff like that. But that one seems at least he's having fun. I want to have Spider-Man is having fun being Spider-Man. That was his whole deal. Like there's a responsibility part. There was a whole responsibility, and we don't get that anymore because they took away the Uncle Ben stuff. They have Aunt May. Aunt May dies. It's not even that isn't even weighing in his head as being the responsibility of Spider-Man.
No, I don't think you pay attention. That's literally the star of this movie.
Yeah, but But that's not it. Like that's not the responsibility.
Actually,
of Spider-Man.
but that's the thing. Peter misinterpreted.
Yep.
The responsibility part from what he said. And that's what got him in that situation in the movie. That he's so isolated that the spider is like inside of him, like that. That's what the movie says is taking over. And then he comes to terms by the end of this movie that he's both. That he can be both. That he's allowed to be both.
Yeah.
That being said, and already trying to wrap up this conversation.
Trying to. Every time I say, yeah, we got to start wrapping.
Even though this movie ends with him having that conflict sort of resolved.
Yeah.
And even ends in a good note, like he does the handshake with Ned, and apparently Ned remembers.
Yeah.
I liked it. Because they purposely tried sidelining Ned.
I liked it. I liked it.
And look, he technically has magical powers, so it would make sense that he would.
That's true. I didn't even think of that. He can do that.
Yeah, so
I like that.
And to be and it was a good trick because he was very styling during this movie, and they focused on he and MJ would not get back or not. So
I
finishing this movie, now
remember
actually he would be able to.
before before the movie, I remember like with him with the glasses, people were thinking like something's off with Ned. They were thinking, oh, they're gonna push him into being Hobgoblin and
Nah,
stuff like that
nah.
right
I
now. It's
always
like,
thought that was a done
yeah,
anyway.
it's like, yes, he's just his buddy. Like, yeah, yeah. I was very happy
Also
with it and
because
stuff like that, and also
Hobgoblin,
seeing the Lego Spider-Man, especially all the stuff that's going on with
speaking of
the minifigs right now. It's
Hobgoblin,
pretty fun.
and
Yeah,
multiple people or Hobgoblin doesn't
yeah.
need to
There's
be
much.
that.
Yes.
So,
They've never said anybody
but
blamed
obviously this movie is
Osborn
going to
in
be a
anything.
trilogy. Obviously, this movie is going to be a trilogy.
This one,
And not this movie, but like obviously gonna get two more after this. After all this money made, they're gonna do.
they're gonna keep doing Spider-Man until they can't draw any more money out of him, and then they're gonna root for that.
But I think it's very safe to say that he gets the black suit in Secret Wars. They're not
Has
gonna
to.
miss that chance.
They have to, except they're doing like the later Secret Wars, not the '85 Secret Wars.
Yeah,
They're doing like the
but
God Emperor Doom
they're
style.
gonna. Yeah, but they're gonna combine both, and yeah,
Yeah,
I
100%. They're gonna
100%.
have to have Venom. Like that's gonna be the big. Like you think
So
this movie made a lot of money, which is great. You got Venom versus Spider-Man. It's gonna be
I think
whether it's done right. If it's done right,
I think the next few movies are going to be one is going to be the Black Suit movie. They're not going to
yes. Where they're just gonna show. They're gonna just show the anger.
and then Venom would be the villain of the movie for the third one. I think that would be a smart decision, and because I don't think Tom Holland's going to do anything after a sixth solo movie, and that's how you
Can't.
the best.
How much could he do? I guess there's technology. He can keep doing it as long as he wants. He'll say, "Oh, okay, you know,
But
I'll make a little bit more money."
now that they kind of finished this movie with Tom Holland's Peter Parker, kind of have this conflict between being Peter Parker and Spider-Man at the same time resolved. What would be a reason for him to have the black suit?
Well, it's the same reason why you go when you were at Secret Wars. It was just there. It looked cool.
Okay, but what is the reason for you to keep using it's not like of technology. In this movie established that even if Tony Stark,
like why keep Spider-Man in the black suit for a long time?
Yeah.
You
Because
don't.
one of the things of
Everyone knows these days, like with the comic and stuff like that, it was like a year maybe or two.
No, it's not that long, but there's always like a good reason. Like for instance, in the animated series, he kept using the black suit because he was more powerful and he wasn't able.
He was confident. He was confident. He was a confident man or young man.
So, like even in Toby's movie, he's not able to stop Sandman at first.
No,
and
he's able to dance very well.
No,
which is important.
I'm saying about in the beginning of Toby's movie, he's not able to defeat Sandman in the first.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sort of cataclysm that helped like justify him using the black suit, amongst other things, like things are not going with MJ, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So for me, the only reason he would like they're gonna invent a reason for him in during Secret Wars to get the suit, whatever. But the reason for him to keep using the suit maybe is that he cannot fathom that he cannot go back with MJ. That would be a great opportunity to introduce Black Cat.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Because we cannot like let's be real. Unless they kill Peter Parker, which I don't think they will.
No.
He's gonna end up with MJ by the end of all.
Yeah, I think it's too late to introduce Felicia Hardy for sure. In this,
You're
yeah,
not gonna
well,
have another Gwen.
no, yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I think all those other kind of storylines should be done. Like you don't need Black Cat, to be honest with you.
That is awesome.
Yeah, unless Sony just does it.
Even though, like, I do think Sony people would find interesting Peter having a conflict of interest. Like, do I try to win MJ back and make her fall in love with me again? Or, there is not this other chick that
Yeah.
is into Spider-Man and she, dark and edgy.
Yeah, they had
That would like the version of him being more darker, like with the
they had that thing with MJ had this boyfriendy kind of thing you were thinking or whatever anyways at that party, which is fine. Now, yeah, I don't see them doing anything Black Catty at all. Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be like they have the ride or die in this one of Peter Parker and MJ, which is fine unless they get Mephisto introduced at some point and they want to do all this shit.
Yeah, he's introduced, but not.
Well, yeah. Well, he was introduced in something that nobody could care less about.
The only thing that I hope is that Daniel Cretton does the other two movies. I think he's proving himself to be a great Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's the one who did Shang-Chi, right? Yes. Shang-Chi and the Seven Rings. Yeah, he's got the fighting parts down. Like, look great. Like the hand. I don't like. There's a couple of things here. The hand. All right. Like, do they have them as like drones now of the damage control? Okay.
So I hope he continues, and I hope that if they're gonna do the black suit, which all the rumors point that they're going to. Why not? Secret was right there.
Yep.
They say Venom for the third movie. I think trying to do the black suit and Venom in the same movie, it's very tricky.
Do you think they do Venom and then just don't do Maximum Carnage? Like they did it for Sony already, but
nah, I don't think they do Carnage at all. The only thing that I can see, but like the only thing that I can see they not doing Venom in a third movie and like trying to do black suit and the Venom at the same time would be if they, because all of those movies are gonna happen post Secret Wars, so the universe is rebooted, blah blah blah.
Yep.
It's a hard task, but it's doable. You can use the second movie to introduce Norman and Harry. And then you save on the third Green Goblin for the third movie. But once again, what Green Goblin is going to do that?
Yep. They brought in a Green Goblin.
William Dafoe haven't done it.
They brought it in. Yeah, they just didn't.
Yeah, but like there is an opportunity to have a new Norman Osborn. The only thing that Norman Osborn always do something that like
I have this feeling
really traumatized Spider-Man.
They're gonna redo Spider-Man at some point. At some point, they're gonna say, "Tom, you're 48 years old. We gotta do Spider-Man."
I think they're just waiting to finish the animated movie, and I think they're gonna replace Tom Holland, Peter Parker with Miles Morales. Why would you waste that opportunity?
I have zero problems with that. I would love to see.
And once again, this movie took 5 years.
Yep.
5 years.
Yep.
To be released. Like, we are talking about the third Spider-Man movie. Oh, it's not going to be that long, buddy. 2035 would be like the sixth of the trilogy, the Return of Jedi of the Tom Holland.
Oh my god!
Yep. Oh, it's not going to be that long.
It could be the last Skywalker of it all.
Oh.
Yep, that's true.
Anyway,
before we go, I just want your thoughts, like your just wrap up thoughts on a couple of things. First of all, Jean Grey.
Really like it. Like I said, it was good to see the character as a character, not doing the same shit we saw a million times before.
Yeah, Jean Grey before she knows what she's doing. But like even when she's like the first student for the X for like Charles Xavier, she's not the first X-Man. She's one of the like of the first bunch is like the last one. But yes, I thought it was great that she was there. She has no real control over her powers. We all know how powerful she is. I just thought it was fun just to have her, and if you're gonna introduce her in a Spider-Man movie of all things, it's kind of fun. But last thing, the little bit at the end, it's like where we have Ned's little spider tracker, and it's showing in outer space. I have an idea.
What?
That Tom Holland is not in Doomsday.
But that I think it's kind of confirmed because they filmed it at the same time.
I'm pretty sure that is Battle World.
I would argue that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's basically what they're trying to say because they didn't say. They also said, "Oh, Spider-Man will return."
Yeah,
They didn't say
Spider-Man
will
isn't
return
in. Yeah,
into-
it's not that like that little
But
is
they
going
did the
towards her
same- they
like
did
he's
the
in the
same thing with
Fantastic
Infinity
Four.
War. Infinity War
Rocket.
didn't have all the characters.
Mhm.
Infinity War didn't have all the characters. It worked not having all of them.
Yep.
Secret War is going to be Endgame 2.0.
I can't-
Doomsday's Infinity War 2.0.
I
Endgame
can't wait
2.0.
for Secret Wars. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yes. Or not. I mean, it's going to depend on Doomsday. It's
Well,
getting
Doomsday,
close.
like I already see Doomsday, and like everything is in. Like Thor,
I like
a
the
god,
rumor.
a god gets stopped by a pinch. Yeah, that's Doom. Yes, I will. I'm all for it.
I like the
They
rumor
have
that-
to make him weaker. They have to make him weak somehow. But
I
we'll
like the
see.
rumor that Doctor Doom steals Loki's power in the beginning of the movie, not the end.
Ooh, I never heard that. Make a lot of sense with all the stuff that's going on. But sure, yes.
Because okay, what does he has to do to destroy the multiverse? Because we all believe okay, he needs to kill Loki, and then he does it. But if that happens in the beginning, okay, what necessarily does it?
Does he even have to destroy the universe, or does he just have or multiverse, or does he just have to let it destroy itself? And just make sure that things happen naturally. We'll see. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I can't wait. I can't.
That
wait.
was a good episode.
I can't wait for more of this. Gosh damn it! Like how long do I have to wait till like my almost my brother's birthday in December? Well, my nephew's birthday now too. December 19th or 18th, I guess is when it comes out. How long is that from here? Too long. 4 months. Ridiculous.
Basically, for
Ugh. All right.
Hey,
Well,
we're gonna have Vision Quest.
we're gonna have Vision Quest, and me and you could make a quick fan flick about some of the other Marvel characters and not get sued at all. You know what I mean? Okay, I can.
And Ahsoka only next year, so no more.
Yes.
spoilers.
All right. So I will watch that Ahsoka trailer for next time. Then we got
I really like
we got a bunch to talk
I
about.
really like it.
Yes. I'm
It
imagining.
feels that this is the first true Dave Filoni era like actual thing. Even though
Yes.
technically he started filming.
I'm assuming it's Thrawn heavy, but we'll see. Unless they're all stuck on the other side and he's doing fine. Did you see the guy who's taking over for was it Balin?
Balin Scrum.
Right.
You see him very briefly in the movie.
Okay. Always a shame. It's a shame. Speaking of Punishers.
I prefer recasting, like see Star Wars can do recasting. I prefer recasting than shoving the character or Tarkin CGI deep fake resurrection.
You didn't like that at all?
No. And I think it's dumb because if you see the guy that actually was the actor, he just looked like goddamn the pediculation. Just
Could have just
you
pulled it off.
just use the guy with some makeup. And,
He's supposed to be younger, anyways. So we could have said.
like nobody cares. I mean, not that young. Like Rogue One happened like days before. He needs to really look like pediculation. But
Yeah.
it works. Like like it's 2026. Nobody cares.
Nope. Recast the lot of them. We don't care. Well, we don't care. There's gonna be some hardcore fucking guys who still get their crust cut off their peanut butter sandwiches by their moms every day.
Look, if Dave
They're gonna care.
Filoni decides, what, fuck it, I'm gonna recast Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Princess Leia.
They really did one.
But during post Return of Jedi, I'm like, let's
Do
just
it.
do it.
Do
I
it.
think I know a lot of people get
Do
behind
it.
that.
Do it. Do it.
All right, Snipe,
Right.
take us out of here. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Congrats for the success.
He did whatever a spider could, which is make a whole
A lot of money.
he made a web load of money.
Out of
You know what I mean? We didn't even talk about how it was coming out of his wrist and stuff like that. And this, all right.
I've seen this before.
Yeah, fantastic. Spider-Man, a lot of fun. When are we gonna get Spider-Woman? When are we gonna get Jessica Drew? When are we gonna get a proper Dazzler? Those are all things that we can always consider as we wait for the next episode. Right here. Danny, thank you so much for talking about Spider-Man D23. Life in general with me.
Of course.
We will be back again on the attack.
Darkest Hours.
Darkest Hour is going to be back right here. Thank you guys for watching / listening. Do they listen? We'll see. See y'all again next time.